Get into it, y'all. I just want to play y'all a snippet because y'all know today is June 25th, and this day I feel some type of way. I try not to stay in a rut all day, but I can't help it. Here we go. I don't think I ever gave y'all my Michael Jackson story. That is David, aka my favorite. Well, it's one of my favorite. Like, the most epic Michael Jackson album. I remember I was like a tiny type of Christ, and I would always be. This is when my parents didn't live together. I would always be in my dad's room, and I would always be asleep. And I would always get up and go on his dresser, and he always had this Michael Jackson Dangerous CD there. Now, mind you, I was like small, like little. I didn't know how to operate a CD player, but I always like opened it and looked through a little booklet and was so intrigued by just the cover. Like, the cover is like sickening on its own. Let me give y'all some cover action. God damn it. Like, that cover just goes, that's like the most incredible work of art I've ever seen in like history of life, and disregard my dying battery. So yeah, today is June 25th, and it was 4 years ago that Uncle Michael was killed, or excuse me, allegedly killed. I'm sorry, I do not want to start no rumors. Well, I guess it kind of started already. Did Conrad Murray go to jail? He did go. He was prosecuted. Okay, so I can say killed. Was killed by that Murray man with his penicillin and pap smears and all those other medicines he had in his little bag. But anyway, so I was just gonna tell you guys my Michael Jackson story because I don't remember telling you guys. At least I don't think I did. So I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened that day when I found out Uncle Michael was dead. So this was in 2009. Like I said, I had gotten. It was like literally almost a week after my birthday. I got into a car accident like a couple of days before my birthday, which pissed me off. So I had a rental car. I had a Honda Sonata. That car was my life. I called her Diamond because she was silver and she was just the best thing since sliced bread. I love that car. If I could buy another Sonata now, I would, but that's another story. So I was driving around. I don't remember where I was going. It was gloomy that day too, and it was like raining, and it was really gross outside. So I'm just driving around, and my sister calls me. She was like, "Darrell, you mind coming to take me to my friend's house?" I was like, "Okay, sure, why not?" So I'm like, and this car didn't have no CDs either, so I was forced to listen to the radio. So I'm driving, then my mom calls me, but I missed the call, and then my auntie calls me, but I was like, "Hey, auntie," and she called me crying. I'm like, "Girl, what's wrong with you? Is you okay?" She was like, "You must ain't listening to the radio." I was like, "I am," but I don't know what I was listening to, but it wasn't 93.1 where they were playing all the Michael Jackson songs. So she was like, "Have you talked to your mother?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Call your mama." I was like, "Oh my God, somebody like dead?" So I turned on 93.1 and Human Nature was on. Boom. Tears start flowing. I was like, "Oh my God, if Michael Jackson is dead, I'm not going to know what to do with my life. I'm about to take myself out." So I called my mama back. She is, besides the fact that my mother is just as dramatic as I am, she was, it's funny now because she was like, "Oh, Darrell, Michael is gone." I was like, "Girl, Michael Jackson?" She was like, "Yes, he's gone. Somebody killed him." I was like, "What do you mean somebody killed him? You don't know if somebody killed him." She was like, "Since somebody killed him, he gone. It's on the radio." I was like, "Okay, ma, I'm gonna call you back when you get yourself together." So I'm listening to Human Nature, and then the man comes on and said, "Yes, it's confirmed. The King of Pop, Michael Jackson, is dead at 55 years old, or 50 years old. I don't remember if it was 55 or 50. When I tell y'all I had to pull my car over, I was crying that hard. I was sitting listening to Human Nature in the rain in my rental car, boo-hooing like no other. I was like, "Oh my God." And I cried when Aaliyah died. I cried when Left Eye died. You know, sad thing about it is I've never cried when like a family member died, but which is fucked up in a sense. I haven't had many family members that I was really attached to. I think like when someone direct immediate family goes, then yeah, I might feel like really so. But I haven't had anybody in my family yet just like seriously was taken out. So I had like distant relatives, like people from the South that I don't talk too much. But other than that, everybody's still here, thank God. So yeah, I cried when Left Eye died, and Aaliyah. Who else? That was about it. But Michael Jackson's death cry was like I couldn't stop. Like I had to pull over in order to like compose myself. I was like, oh my God, I can't drive. I need somebody to get me. I almost wanted to call a taxi. I was sitting in front of Boston Market, and I was like, oh my God, should I go ahead and get some food? Because when I get sad, I like food. Well, I don't get sad often, but I like food when I am. So I was like, should I get some food? And I just felt so conflicted. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was like, oh my God, Michael Jackson's dead. And they keep playing these sad, slow songs on this radio. So I'm going to turn the radio off. I went to go get my friend. She was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Don't ask me no questions. Where are you going? And I just like shut down for the rest of the day. That was like 4 o'clock. I went and parked my car, went into my room, and just like went to sleep. And prayed when I woke up. Oh, and I cried when Amy Winehouse died too. I had to leave work for that shit. Have I told y'all the Amy Winehouse story? When the anniversary comes around, I'll tell y'all about that. Sorry. So yeah, that's my Michael Jackson died story. So I'm gonna go finish listening to my Dangerous album, and I have the Bad album too, and the Thriller album. I have them all. I just don't have them all on my iPod. I'll just like put them in my Xbox and like go to town with all the albums. So celebrate Uncle Michael today. Get y'all life. I love you guys. I'm going to upload these videos and hopefully go eat some ice cream because I will be sad for the rest of the day. Alright guys, peace.